Thanks for coming back for another episode of Headbangers React. I'm GoreCore, and today we're checking out fellow Canadians' Kataklysm. So this is the song Defiant that comes off of their most recent album Unconquered, which was released by Nuclear Blast Records back in September of 2020. And I hate to start a reaction video this way, but I'm going to be honest and tell you that I'm probably not going to be the biggest fan of this. I hope that I'm wrong, but I'll tell you why. So bear with me for a minute. I was a huge fan of Kataklysm in their early days. They used to have a vocalist by the name of Sylvain Hood, and I just feel like he was such a unique vocalist, and their song structures were very loose, but a lot of riffs and changes, and it was just pure chaos, and something I absolutely fell in love with and completely shaped the way I write songs. Later on in their career, he was gone, the bass player took over his vocals, and I feel like the band became a more simplified, standard structured band with, typical vocals, and this definitely helped the band. They've been very successful, so from a career standpoint, they definitely went in the right direction, but as a fan, I miss the old days. I hope that they surprise me, and I like this. The most recent stuff I heard is probably like 10 years ago, and I really wasn't a huge fan at all. I mean, still, they're intense, but it's just missing that magic they once had. So let's just get into this, see what they're doing now. I hope they surprise me and that, but I just wanted to be honest right off the get-go. So let's do this.
If you're 17, you can enlist in the Air Corps Reserve. You'll be called to training soon after your 18th birthday. Men between the ages of 18 and 26 can go into training immediately. There are things to do and places to go, and the Army
So it looks like we have a story. Looks nicely produced so far. So one thing I do like about this already is the fact that they're playing characters in it. I always love when the band gets involved with the story. It just, I don't know, it adds a bit of fun and engagement, I guess. So again, everything here is very well done. The musicianship is fantastic. I'm not super huge on the vocals. They're okay and that, but again, it's just missing the magic they once had. So I always latch onto those older releases, and it's hard for me to get past and get into this new stuff. If this was a different band, I think I would like it more. And it's not that I dislike it. It just, like I said, I just feel like they lost some of their magic. Cool aerial shot. This guy got a little bit of PTSD. mean, we're not through the song yet, but one thing about older stuff is there was a lot of melody, and I feel like this doesn't have as much. It's almost like they're just trying to be straightforward, kind of brutal stuff. It just, some of the characteristics that really made Cataclysm stand out, I'm just not hearing here. I mean, maybe they still use some of those. They used to do a blast beat with a single kick going on that I've used many times and taken from them that I'm not hearing in here. So it just sounds a bit more generic now. I mean, this is their chorus. Is that more standard structure? Which is fine, just different than what they used to do. So that was the track Defiant by the band Kataklysm. And I have to say, this old guy, he's stuck in his ways. This is pretty much what I expected, so nothing came as a surprise. Having said that, not overly impressed. Nothing bad about this. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of these vocals. To me, it's almost more of a hardcore kind of vocal with a little bit more heaviness to it, but it's certainly not guttural by any means, and it's just not a vocal style that I'm huge on. I don't mind this kind of vocal mixed in with a bunch of different kind of vocals, but as a primary vocal, it's just not really my thing so much. And musically, like, these guys are good musicians, everything's played tight. I just didn't really find anything overly interesting about it. The video itself was very well done. Like I mentioned, I like the fact that the vocalist is actually playing a part in this. You know, he's done up with the war attire and being part of the story. So that's a lot of fun. You know, the effects in this were very well done. So from a production standpoint, you know, great job. And musically, like, these guys are obviously talented and this is a solid band. It just doesn't excite me. And being that I'm stuck in the past, you know, they just don't hit the marks that they used to for me. However, they're Canadian. I still want to support them. So if you like these guys, go out and support them. Buy their merch, buy their albums, check out their previous material. And while you're at it, you know, hit that subscribe button, impale that like button, stab that notification bell so you get all our future updates. And I hope we'll see you in the next reaction video. Stay sick.